Build across the land and build to great heights. Build a strong military.
Imagine diving into a future where city-building games push creativity, strategy, and survival to wild new levels. 2025 and the years ahead are stacked with fresh releases, packed with innovation, from futuristic sci-fi skylines to gritty medieval towns. Whether you love managing bustling streets, surviving harsh environments, or constructing dream utopias, there's something here for every kind of builder. So let's check out 22 upcoming city-building games you definitely don't want to miss in 2025 and beyond.
Where everyone would have seen a threat in the cataclysmic tidefalls, those cunning explorers saw an opportunity to expand their empire.
Endless Legend 2. Suppose you step onto a planet where the ocean's tides actually shape your next move. Welcome to Endless Legend 2, where strategic fantasy kicks into overdrive. This game isn't satisfied with just building cities and waging wars. It throws in wild global events called tidefalls, suddenly revealing fresh territories and unpredictable opportunities for expansion on a beautifully shifting map. Picking one of the wildly different factions, you get to experiment with some seriously creative mechanics. Brain-warping coral spores, hero units with deep skill trees, and hands-on tactical combat that throws you headfirst into the action. The world itself feels alive and ready to surprise at every turn, demanding both careful planning and quick adaptation, especially as new lands open up or rival empires threaten your plans. Every session is packed with fresh strategies, rich exploration, and those sweet moments where a bold gamble pays off. Endless Legend 2 is a builder's dream with endless replay value.
We hope to find salvation has stopped responding. We found it abandoned, all in ruins. Now we have to find out what happened.
Dark Switch. Alright, picture this. Building your dream city, not on flat land, but perched up in the leafy branches of a gigantic ancient tree. Dark Switch flips the classic city builder formula by making vertical design and survival the main challenges. Here, every upgrade means climbing higher, while you're constantly fighting back an eerie, creeping fog that can stir up madness among your citizens and unleash terrifying threats. You'll have to balance resources, light sources, and defense towers just to keep everyone safe, all while sending brave scouts into the fog to uncover lost technologies and secrets. Every choice, whether accepting dangerous expeditions or boosting your city's tech, shapes the community's destiny and opens up wild opportunities for creative city planning. If you want a builder with survival elements, eldritch horror vibes, and a truly unique fantasy setting, Dark Switch is the perfect playground for your inner architect adventurer. Life Below. Back under the waves. Imagine building a bustling city, not of humans, but of wild coral and curious sea creatures, all fighting to thrive in a beautiful but unpredictable ocean. Life Below takes city building somewhere fresh. You're in charge of restoring a dying reef, luring in new wildlife, and balancing fragile resources while facing the constant threat of invasive species, garbage clouds, and acid waves. Forget zoning streets. Here you craft new coral, manage heat and acidity, and use crafty engineering to turn the ocean floor into a blooming paradise. Helping unique fish, growing diverse biomes, and solving environmental puzzles are all part of a narrative that inspires hope instead of doom. The world reacts to your choices, from jellyfish migrations to lionfish invasions, making every playthrough unique. With chill vibes but strategic depth, Life Below is a love letter to marine life and a totally new take on city building. Twinkleby. Ever thought of escaping to a starry universe where creativity is everything? Twinkleby puts you in charge of decorating magical floating islands, building miniature dream worlds surrounded by endless night skies and gentle starlight. Instead of rigid rules or stressful missions, you get to mix and match colours, furniture, gardens, and even soundscapes, letting each island morph into something truly personal. What's wild is how your design choices attract quirky neighbours. Happy residents wander in, bring surprises, hand out gifts, and sometimes even decide to move out if you fancy switching things up. Every tweak creates new moods, hidden islands, and cool antiques to unlock, all while you chill out in a stress-free vibe with no fail states. Whether gently customizing backdrops, catching falling stars, or tossing old stuff into space for safekeeping, Twinkleby turns decorating into a playful, relaxing adventure that's all about celebrating unique, cozy worlds.
From the early days of transportation to the latest wonders of technology.
Transport Fever 3. Back into the Tycoon Zone. Transport Fever 3 blows the doors wide open for world builders who love juggling sprawling networks, bustling cities, and a living, evolving economy. This time, the whole ecosystem reacts to your choices. Each delivery ripples through the cities, forcing you to fine-tune every train, truck, plane, and ship while chasing profits and reputation. You'll wrangle thousands of vehicles on massive maps with day-night cycles, dynamic weather, and topographical realism that make every region a true logistical puzzle. Creating connections means more than just tossing down tracks. Cities demand products, industries expand in response to your moves, and even citizens migrate to places that fit their needs. With new tools for terrain shaping, offshore industries, deep modding options, and more industries than ever before, every campaign is a chance to turn a sleepy town into a thriving metropolis, if you've got the nerve to master the madness. Let's build a dungeon. Think of building not just a dungeon, but the entire fantasy MMO from scratch. Let's Build a Dungeon flips everything upside down by letting you play studio boss, game designer, and fantasy architect all at once. You craft quests, design towns, choose classes and drop down wild monsters, then watch hundreds of virtual players dive into the world and react to every tweak. The game goes even deeper with different modes. Run a studio with staff and investors in campaign, focus purely on creativity with sandbox tools, or hop into other players' worlds to see how your designs stack up against theirs. Sculpt epic stories, create unique NPCs with branching conversations, and playtest everything on the fly to see how it works. Whether launching a monster catcher, cozy farming sim, or classic dungeon crawler, every choice shapes a wild, bustling world. This is city building taken to a whole new meta level. STARIO, Haven Tower. All right, picture the ultimate tower challenge. STARIO, Haven Tower, throws you into a world where the surface is toast, so humanity flees underground until someone gets the wild idea to build homes that reach right into the sky. You don't just construct floors, you literally stack self-sustaining ecosystems, plan clever vertical trade routes with pipes and balloon lifts, and fend off skyborne disasters like sandstorms and blizzards. The big twist here is managing layers. Each section of your tower brings new scenery, unpredictable weather, tougher logistics, and the fragile need to reinforce the entire structure. As you climb higher, your population grows, new technologies unlock, and every single choice ripples across this wacky, post-apocalyptic metropolis. It's survival, city planning, and vertical strategy wrapped in a beautiful, ever-changing skyline, a true test for anyone who loves solving crazy logistical puzzles while keeping communities happy and thriving. Planetbase 2. Imagine you're the mastermind behind humanity's survival, facing not just Mars but the Moon and the moons of Jupiter and Saturn. Planetbase 2 cranks up the pressure with even tougher extraterrestrial colonies to build and maintain. It's all about starting from scratch on alien terrain, wrangling life support, growing food in bizarre conditions, mining rare resources, and expanding from tiny pods into bustling outposts. The cool twist is super detailed grid placement, road networks, advanced robotics, and new manned vehicles, letting you grow complex bases that actually look and function like real-life facilities. You'll juggle solar, nuclear, fusion and geothermal energy, fight off meteors, and keep colonists alive against impossible odds. The game doubles down on management depth with modular upgrades, automated bots for tedious chores, and a dynamic ecosystem that really reacts to every move. In short, Planetbase 2 is pure addictive base building for sci-fi fans ready to conquer the star. Jurassic World Evolution 3. Jurassic World Evolution 3 ups the ante for park creators by letting players build and run parks in all new global locations with a ton of expanded sandbox tools and management features. For the first time, you'll get to breed dinosaurs from eggs, manage juvenile dinos as they grow and develop unique traits, and even customize their physical appearances directly in the hatchery. Every habitat can be shaped with advanced terrain sculpting, letting players create cliffs, waterfalls, and naturalistic barriers instead of just relying on fences. Enclosures become lively ecosystems with day-night cycles and more dynamic animal behaviors, making carnivores chase, herd, and hunt in fresh ways. As campaigns span Asia, Europe, and North America, you're tasked with ethically managing both guests and dinosaurs after the chaos of the Dominion movie. With modular construction, baby dinos, and deeper park stories, Evolution 3 is a dream for dino fans and city builders alike. Islanders' New Shores. Have a relaxing seat and get ready for some serious chill vibes. With Islanders' New Shores, this city builder takes things slow and creative, letting you sculpt unique islands with clever building placement and minimalist style. The core experience is all about picking building packs, dropping tiny structures onto wild new biomes, and stacking up points just by choosing smart combos and locations. Each new island offers fresh layouts, expanded biomes, and strategic boons, pushing you to maximize scores in ways that feel more like solving puzzles than stressful management. Whether you're working towards leaderboard bragging rights, or just building for the fun of it in sandbox mode, the mellow soundtrack, tranquil visuals, and creative tools make this sequel pure relaxation with loads of strategy underneath.
Behold, Governor, Roman grandeur. This is yours.
Anno 117, Pax Romana. Ever wanted the keys to the Roman Empire? Anno 117. Pax Romana hands you the ultimate power, letting players shape provinces from the bustling heartland of Latium to the foggy Celtic wetlands of Albion. Every decision matters. Unite traditions or spark rebellion. Optimize your city layout with aqueducts and colosseums, and choose discoveries that boost commerce, diplomacy, or military might. The flexible progression system and sprawling dynamic world invite creative strategies, giving governors the freedom to manage economies, navigate political intrigue, and build cities that actually reflect ancient Roman diversity and drama. Whether chasing peace or reaching for power, Pax Romana is a deep city builder packed with gorgeous visuals and historical detail for anyone who's ever dreamed of ruling Rome their way. All will fall. Even if most city builders hand you gentle sandboxes or endless grids, All Will Fall throws down a massive challenge in the middle of a post-apocalyptic sea where every structure might just collapse in spectacular fashion. It's not just about plopping down buildings. This one's fueled by physics. So shaky bridges and vertical stacks demand serious planning or clever rebuilding on the fly. Players scavenge, gather workers, engineers and sailors, and race to unlock tech upgrades while battling against high tides, food shortages, and mysterious threats from the ocean. There's always some weird event or surprise ship dropping by, and every survivor needs water, shelter, and a safe path across shifting platforms. The wild, vibrant world rewards creative thinking, patience and risk-taking, letting you expand upwards and sideways as you carve out a precarious survivor haven, even when everything feels just one collapse away.
The gratitude of every home in our island, in our empire, and indeed throughout the world, goes out to the British airmen who, undaunted by odds,
Ground of Aces. When stepping onto your new patch of land in Ground of Aces, you're thrown right into the thick of World War II, tasked with building up a ragtag airbase from the ground up, literally making decisions that keep your pilots flying and your crew sane. The game blends hands-on base construction with gritty survival touches. You'll manage everything from setting up makeshift runways and crafting barracks to making sure the radio's working for those all-important alerts. Missions pop up regularly, tossing pilots into recon or bombing runs, and it's your skill with resource management, maintenance and morale boosts that keeps your squad going strong, especially when enemy bombers threaten to turn everything to rubble. As days pass, you expand by gathering wood, metal and food from the surrounding forest, and trade or upgrade your base using victory points for better gear. Ground of Aces is all about creative strategy, cozy downtime, and tension-filled action. Whiskerwood. Do you get a kick out of micromanagement and quirky strategy challenges? Whiskerwood is a city builder that drops you right into an archipelago ruled by ruthless cats, where you guide industrious mice as they scurry to build, trade, and survive under furry overlords' watchful eyes. The twist here is that you're not just expanding outward. You build upward into the sky and downward into the earth, carving out mighty mouse towers and cozy subterranean burrows to squeeze out every last bit of usable space. With over 40 resources to manage and a logistics system powered by lifts, conveyor belts, and water grids, you're always juggling supply chains and cranking out new products to satisfy both mice and cats. But if the cats push too hard, you can organize a full-blown mouse rebellion, arm your navy, and fight for freedom. It's packed with depth, challenge, and a unique cat and mouse flavor.
Since the dawn of time, the stars have cooled. Civilizations have risen and empires have fallen. Your time has come.
Beyond Astra. Beyond Astra is a massive real-time 4X sci-fi grand strategy game that lets players create, build, and manage their own civilization amid the wild unknowns of the galaxy. Taking big inspiration from genre classics, you start by establishing settlements on procedurally generated planets, balancing resources, building unique bases, and adapting to diverse climate and terrain challenges. From here, the scope explodes. Seamless transitions let you zip from a galaxy map down to details like planetary surface combat, all without annoying loading screens. Building your star empire means engaging in economic tactics, diplomacy, and full-scale wars, with customizable fleets and individual turrets for hands-on strategy. Every playthrough is unique, shaped by choices in science, culture, and even interstellar religion. This one's a dream for fans of both city building and tactical sci-fi exploration. Metropolis 1998. Isn't it just wild how Metropolis 1998 blends detailed retro pixel art with deep, modern city simulation to deliver such a unique building experience? This game isn't about laying out anonymous zones and calling it done. You actually create every house, shop, gas station and office, right down to walls, beds, shelving and driveways. Each citizen comes alive with their own job, errands and routines, so the city feels legitimately bustling and reactive as it grows from a humble block to a dense metropolis. Traffic moves in real time, businesses spring up based on granular demand, and you can even share your best architectural creations with the community. If you're craving something that mixes the freedom of The Sims, the brains of SimCity, and the style of the 90s, Metropolis 1998 has you covered in a big way. Nova Roma. Let's dive headfirst into Nova Roma, where ancient Roman city building gets a fresh upgrade with inventive mechanics and a dynamic setting. This time, you're not just raising walls and plopping down colosseums, you'll manage flowing water by crafting aqueducts, overseeing dam construction, and manipulating terrain to keep everything running when the gods throw disasters your way. Your citizens demand everything from fine foods to entertainment, which means juggling complex supply chains, laws and edicts, all while navigating a political system full of scheming patricians and unpredictable council members. Plus, the game lets you adapt to variable weather, day-night cycles and unexpected events, so every city feels unique. If you've ever wanted a Roman city builder with real strategy, colourful catastrophes and constant surprises, Nova Roma delivers it in style. Generation Exile. Alright, picture being stuck on humanity's final generation starship, a massive self-contained world slowly drifting through space, running out of resources but packed with potential for fresh beginnings. Generation Exile isn't your typical city builder. It's turn-based, solar punk, and totally obsessed with sustainability. forcing you to create thriving ecosystems where nothing goes to waste, and every decision shapes the fate of real, procedurally generated citizens. You'll manage food, energy, water, and social harmony, all while unraveling wild events, from capybara invasions to mysterious doppelganger corpses, sometimes even dealing with ghost-like entities or moral dilemmas. Dynamic vignettes and unique personalities mean every generation forms new families with traits passed down over time, creating legacy stories that play out across turns. With smart circular economies and surprising emergent storytelling, Generation Exile is the ultimate test of strategy, compassion, and clever planning aboard a ship where survival is never guaranteed. Fantasy World Manager. Have tons of creativity and crave total control? Fantasy World Manager hands players the magic paintbrush to build their own MMO-inspired fantasy universe from the ground up, designing every zone, quest, creature, and dungeon, then watching virtual inhabitants carve out their own stories and adventures. The game's core is a massive simulation sandbox, letting you shape how objects, events, NPCs, and challenges work together. Whether it's setting up bustling markets, launching offbeat quests, or dropping towering monsters for epic raids. Each world evolves as characters interact, invent new items, and create dynamic relationships, meaning every run will play out totally differently. It's perfect for fans who love God games and MMO theme park vibes. A true creative playground packed with tools for story-driven or pure sandbox play.
Join our lively yet professional team and experience the thrill of managing your own private hell. We've got state-of-the-art facilities.
Sintopia. Sintopia throws players right into the role of Hell's official administrator and lets you shape a wild 1980s-inspired infernal bureaucracy that's one part God game, one part management sim. You oversee a civilization of humus, quirky chickpea people, punishing their sins with creative spellcasting, awkward bureaucracy, and delightfully inefficient paper trails, earning cash by processing souls for all 7 deadly sins. The sandbox loops back and forth. In the overworld, you manipulate daily life, nudge folks into sin, or just throw random disasters for laughs. Once the Reaper bus hauls them to hell, you design logic-driven mazes, allocate imps, and unlock specialist rooms for different sin types, all to maximize profit and efficiency in your hellish business. From balancing staff wages to triggering epidemics, Sintopia is pure chaos, rewarding cunning, humor, and shameless evil in every way. Ant Colony Wild Forest. Suppose you're up for some wild survival strategy. Ant Colony Wild Forest drops you straight into the chaos of an untamed forest, putting you in charge of a sprawling underground ant empire. The game isn't just building ant hills. You'll breed over 8 unique types of ants, from builders and scouts to tanky bodyguards and sneaky seekers, each with their own cool abilities and rarity upgrades. Resource management is key. Fight off predators like spiders and crabs, dig epic tunnels, send out adventurers to scout, and even raid rival colonies to expand your turf. Every move matters, because evolving your ants and upgrading their skills is the only way to outsmart threats and grow a thriving civilization. Swarm mechanics let you unleash massive raids, while smart ant behavior means your tiniest workers learn and adapt with each challenge. This ant-filled adventure is perfect for strategy fans craving something truly unique. Crown of Greed. This is where strategy fans craving something offbeat will find pure gold. Crown of Greed breaks away from traditional city builders by giving you indirect control over a fantasy kingdom set in the Slavic-inspired world of Rodovia. Instead of ordering troops around, you set bounties, flags, and incentive contracts, letting your heroes and townsfolk decide their own actions based on personality, risk, and reward. Every hero, be it berserker, hunter, rogue, or druid, acts with real free will, so building guilds, shops, and taverns is just the start. You'll constantly juggle diplomacy, bribes, support spells, missions, and defense strategies as monsters attack or your heroes chase epic quests. Gold is your secret weapon for motivating everyone, and the world reacts dynamically to your influence, making every campaign a wild mix of careful management and unpredictable chaos. If you love building and strategy, 2025 is truly a dream year. So many new city building games are dropping, each one bursting with creativity and cool twists. From chill design puzzles to deep management challenges, there's something for everyone and every mood. With smarter systems and beautiful graphics, these games let you shape worlds in ways that are more fun and rewarding than ever. Get ready to discover, build, and lose track of time in your next favorite city.
This is how our city died. This is our story. We arrived at this feeble piece of land a long time ago, a bunch of vagabonds in search of a new home in this dying world. Under the guidance of our wise leader, we built a beautiful city up to the sky.